The European Union snub of AstraZeneca has backfired, with other makers of COVID vaccines hiking their prices. Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna have raised the prices of their coronavirus jabs for the EU because of the success of their products in the bloc. The European Commission turned its back on Anglo-Swedish AstraZeneca after a row over supply shortages turned into a bitter legal row. This led to Brussels boss Ursula von der Leyen announcing that she would only buy the mRNA vaccines made by Pfizer and Moderna for future purchases of booster jabs to tackle new variants. And now leaked contracts reveal that Pfizer has hiked its price by more than a quarter. Price per dose has increased from £13.23 to £16.64, according to the Financial Times. And Moderna's jab has also risen in price by 13%, from £16.21 to £18.35. This price hikes feature in the EU's agreements to secure 2.1 billion doses of the mRNA vaccines. Mrs. von der Leyen, the Commission's president, announced the huge contracts as part of a fresh buy-up of jabs lasting until 2023. Negotiations over the purchases from Pfizer and Moderna took place while the EU's sluggish vaccines rollout was struggling to meet its targets. The bloc also had supply shortages of the cheaper vaccines AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson. Political attacks on the two traditional vaccines also sparked public fears, with them being investigated for a link to rare blood clots. Pfizer and Moderna's jabs use messenger DNA rather than a specially engineered virus in a new method for provoking an immune response. Officials lashed out at the firms for using their market power and usual pharma rhetoric to increase the cost of their jabs. Pfizer has reported strong financial figures as a result of the sales of its COVID vaccine. The firm increased its investment guidance for annual vaccine revenue by nearly a third to £24 billion last week. Its jab sales have helped the drugs giant almost doubt its sales in the second quarter of the year. Whereas, AstraZeneca committed to selling its vaccine as cost price. Diplomats and officials have said that EU governments had paid a higher price to secure supplies from European manufacturing facilities. Moderna's negotiators were reported to have been preposterous and arrogant when discussing purchases with EU officials.